Hello, Logan. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well today.
It's great to finally meet you in person. I'm Andre from Sun Pacific.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too.
You ready to talk about some oranges?
Let's do it.
Alrighty. I noticed you were putting here a second ago. Are you a big golfer?
Oh yeah, it's my favorite pastime.
That's solid. I golf a little myself. If you don't mind me asking, what's your handicap?
So I'm actually a scratch golfer.
Oh wow, that's really impressive.
Thank you.
Where do you like to go around here?
Morro Bay is got a really good bang for your buck. It's probably my go-to normally, but Monarch Dunes is definitely my favorite.
Well, I've gone to Morro once or twice. It's a really beautiful course. If you're a scratch golfer, how much are you golfing these days?
Almost every day. I actually have a tee time right after this.
Wow, that's the life. I'm not gonna talk too much about golfing because you got a tee time to get to. Let's get right into it.
I'd appreciate it.
All right. So, what are some of the main attributes you're looking for when you're getting oranges?
We like to look for long shelf life and that they're organic.
Yeah, that's really important especially for a store in here. So where do you find the current labels that you're selling?
To be honest, I wasn't here when they got the brand that we have, so I wasn't too involved in that process.
So, what would you say are what labels are you currently using?
So we use a brand called Wonderful and a local brand based out of Paso Robles.
Yeah, I just drove by Paso Robles on the way down here. Would you say your current supplies, like, they kind of vary throughout the year, and do you have any other concerns with your suppliers?
Yeah, so we've actually had some issues between like June and November trying to get consistent supply of oranges, and Wonderful, which is where we get most of our cuties from, has not the best customer service.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, how would you say that affects your current business?
Our sales numbers go down a whole lot in the late summer months, and we lose a lot of our customer base due to Ralph's down the street. Every once in a while, we have to return a load of Wonderful because they are just not quite the quality that we need.
Yeah, and like, what percent would you say of the oranges you get are from Wonderful?
So we get all of our cuties from Wonderful, but actually about 70% of our navels come from that local brand.
Oh, that's solid. That's solid. Yeah, if I was able to offer you a more consistent supply year round, would you be open to thinking about a contract?
Yeah, I think that would help solve a lot of problems that we're having right now.
That's solid, because we really can do that. Like, we source our oranges throughout the growing season. We grow them here and just south, and well, actually, I guess it's just east in Bakersfield because this is San Luis Obispo. And when it's not growing season, we'll get them from Australia. So we have a consistent supply of oranges throughout the entire year. So you never will have those supply problems that you would currently have if you're just sourcing from Paso Robles.
Okay.
And then you may think that Wonderful is like the only major brand that has cuties, but we at Sun Pacific actually used to own cuties before we sold them to Wonderful, and we have a very similar brand that's pretty much the same products but with a different brand name that we see has a lot of recognition just throughout the industry. And if you were to look right here, this would be the just alternate brands, and this would be cuties, but this is our potential of growth with our own brand that we've recently brought into fruition once we had contract stuff with cuties ended. And so we can really just provide a year-round product and provide you the same products you're already getting, though it might be at a slightly higher price. It is still very much more consistent, and with consistency, you won't be losing those customers to Ralph's or anywhere else.
Okay.
All right. So what are your current thoughts about Sun Pacific oranges?
I'm really liking the idea, but just not a whole lot. I'm just not convinced yet.
Okay, so gotta convince you a little bit so we get a contract down.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what about the contract kind of just deters you right about now?
I just think it's too much risk of commitment.
Yeah, I understand how you feel about, because long-term contracts, yeah, it's a bunch of commitment. And since you don't even know our product, then how well it would be in your stores. But I've had other customers that have felt the same way, but after they've had a contract, they've found that it's really beneficial, especially in the long term, just to have a consistent stock of orange that you can keep selling year round that are of super high quality.
Right.
All right. Based on what you've heard so far, do you have any further questions?
Not right now. I'm feeling pretty good about this.
All right. So would you like to start off with like a 1-year contract to like kind of get and see how your product works, or like a longer term around 3-year?
I think we'll start with the 1 year and see how it does from that June to November time frame when we're getting those more consistent oranges.
All right, and then after that, I guess we can see if we want to extend it any longer.
Sounds good.
I'll have my my people reach out to your people, and
Perfect.
I'll send you an email with all the details, and I'll follow up around next week, and we'll see if we can edge something down.
Sounds good.
All right, see you next week.
Thank
Have
you.
fun golfing today.
Will do.